Welcome back to the Tracy Take, and today Ryan and I will be previewing the Week 11 Thursday night football matchup between Ryan's New England Patriots and my Atlanta Falcons. But before we get into that, make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Hit that notification bell so you can see when we create new content. Like this video, comment on this video, and let us know who you think is going to win. And Ryan, let's get into it. So, a lot of hype going up into this match.
I know. Back-to-back family matchups for me. I had the Browns last week, and
then aren't you playing the Colts the week after that?
Yeah,
too, for Dad.
Yeah, in 3 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. You're just slaying us off one at a time. And with this one, the Thursday night football. You guys beat us in every category statistically. You guys beat us in every category. I mean, I just don't. What do you think the Falcons have to do to make this game enjoyable?
Hit Mac Jones early. That's what you have to do.
All right. Plan B after that. Exactly.
I don't know.
So,
at that point, your guys' one hope that Mac Jones has shown, if he gets hit early, New England has taken the training wheels off him a little bit. But if he gets hit early, Josh McDaniels gets real conservative. Mac Jones gets a little quick in the pocket. So that's probably your guys' best route to victory. Is to blitz and get after Mac Jones, show him a lot of different looks. It'll be a Thursday night game, so that New England will not have a lot of time to prep for some of the Falcons' blitz packages and things like that. So try and confuse Mac Jones and hit him early.
I don't think we have those.
Yeah.
We'll need to double check. But
this might just draw them with crayons.
Yeah. The one thing – yeah, we might, yeah. The one thing, at least on the passing side of the ball – the one thing that we do have an advantage of is we do have AJ Terrell is turning into one of the premier cornerbacks in the league. Mm-hmm. He's had a good season so far. Not entirely sure how he did today. If like the rest of the team against the Cowboys, he didn't play very well. But I don't know who was matching up on CeeDee Lamb. Yeah. At least on those set plays, I need to go back and look at it. But so that's one advantage that we have. And that's important because you guys don't have a premier receiver. Jacoby Myers is your guys' number one receiver. But if I'm not mistaken, he's more of a slot guy. When it comes to being
he's a possession guy.
Yeah. So when it comes to being like on the outside, he can match up against Nelson Aguilar. I think he can shut him down. He can go up against N'Keal Harry, shut him down. We do also have a solid linebacker core with Deion Jones, Foye Aluakon as well, and Mikael Walker, I think, coming off the bench. And then there's one more guy. I'm blanking on his name. And Grady so
Jarrett. Or no, he's a linebacker.
He's a defensive tackle. But so that's important because then they might be able to match up against Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith really seemed like he's been non-existent. Hunter Henry's been
he was inactive today.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense why he didn't do anything. Yeah.
So,
but that all being said, that's solely on the passing game, and you guys are going to kick our ass in the running game. And this is where I was wanting to get into because New England has been on a stretch. Obviously, as you've known, over the past 6 games, especially on the running side of the ball and just offensively in general. But since that Tampa Bay game that we all watched, since then, you guys have averaged 145 rushing yards per game during that 6-game stretch. You guys have also averaged 34 points per game during that 6-game stretch. So when I see you guys are 14th ranked in overall rushing yards per game, I feel like that's not fair to how good your guys' running game is and how good that offensive line has been with Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson. Because there are 2 games in there where you guys had 48 yards total rushing back-to-back. And back-to-back weeks.
Tampa Bay at the time was the best running defense in the league, and New Orleans we got behind. So the run game kind of went out the window. So, I mean, our run game is definitely the key to our offense, and that is kind of, in my opinion, the weakness of the Falcons' defense is consistently stopping the run. And New England is very good at drawing up schemes. Trent Brown came back, so he was playing at right tackle. He's a huge right tackle, and they love to run behind him. I expect the Patriots to come out in a lot of two tight end kind of like power sets and really just try and grind the Falcons down. Kind of what they did to the Browns, but the difference is the Browns. No offense to Falcons fans, but the Browns the Browns have personnel that can really stop that. I mean, Myles Garrett is a one-man wrecking crew. Jadeveon Clowney is he was considered that coming out of college, but now he's just a really solid defensive end. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah has been having an incredible rookie season. Mac Wilson for the Browns is also very good. Another thing that the Browns had was two corners that can play man coverage. And the Falcons have A.J. Terrell, but after that, their ability to play coverage kind of falls off. And you can't really play zone against the Patriots because Mac Jones and Josh McDaniels will just pick it apart. They'll find the soft spots, and that's when those tight ends really come into play. And if you guys let the Patriots run the football, then that opens up Mac Jones in the passing game with play action, freezing defensive linemen and linebackers, and creating separation over the middle. So this is a really tough task for the Atlanta Falcons. I think they have the linebacking core to do it. I don't know personnel wise, especially coming off a short week for both teams, if they'll be able to contain this offense.
Yeah.
Because like you said, in the last 6 games, they've been on a little bit of a tear.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of the benefits for the Falcons is that it is a short week, but at the same time though, even a simple game plan for you guys would be like this is what we have to do. I think just talent wise, you guys are just significantly so much better than we are. And so I think you guys are going to be able to move us up front on both sides of the ball. And notice we haven't even gotten to the Falcons or to the Falcons offense versus the New England defense yet. It's like this is just where I think New England's going to put up 30 points again, and they're just going to methodically do it just like how they did today. Just a few chunks of yards at a time, and you're going to be able to run the ball, and then you're going to do a play action pass, and then you're going to get 7 yards for a first down, and then just consistently keep moving it. You don't need to take shots down the field against us because you guys are going to just be able to slowly grind the ball, move the ball down the field, and I'm pretty sure Damian Harris will be back as well. So it's just going to be another piece for you guys. He should be. He was still
in concussion protocol, so he'll have to clear that this week. Yeah. Being on a short week doesn't help with that. But again, they were able to run the ball fairly effectively today with Ramondre Stevenson. I do want to quickly talk about kind of how the Falcons offense matches up with the Patriots defense, and just kind of talk about some of like the schemes that I think the Falcons might be able to utilize. So one of the things that I think the Falcons do really well is Matt Ryan spreads the ball around really nicely. I mean, Cordero Patterson, Zacchaeus, Kyle
Trayvon
Pitts.
Diggs.
Who's the other? Yeah, Trayvon Diggs. Who's the other guy that I'm missing? Russell Gage.
Tajay Sharp. There's been another guy that's come up a little bit. Seen some more targets.
So one of the things that Bill Belichick loves to do is take away like your go-to option, but like the Falcons don't have a go-to option. but like I don't mean that in like a bad way.
No, you're right though. Well, and that's kind of one of the things has been over the past 3 weeks as we've seen, and kind of one thing like with the Falcons offense, as someone who has experienced a little bit of mental health stuff myself, I totally get Calvin Ridley's choice, to kind of go off the field. Personal matters, handle that stuff first because that's the most important thing in life.
Yeah,
but when you're talking about the Atlanta offense as a whole, they are really missing Calvin Ridley and having that elite wide receiver on the other side because Kyle Pitts, in my mind, is the only other guy really that is a consistent threat receiving wise. Yeah, you have Cordell Patterson, but you can kind of set up set plays. He's a gadget guy, really. But with Kyle Pitts and we saw this against Carolina. New Orleans also kind of did this as well at times, not to as much success, but they'll double team Kyle Pitts, and then because they know the other guys, they're not effective enough to create their own space one-on-one. So it really handcuffs that Falcons offense, and I think that's what New England's going to do on Thursday.
Well, so I talked about this guy in the Browns recap when we just did a video about the Patriots versus the Cleveland Browns. Shameless plug. But Kyle Duggar has been really effective in coverage on tight ends this season. Jawan Williams is another guy. He's kind of a bigger corner. He's about 6'2", 210. He's another guy that is really effective in coverage on tight ends. And like they have a lot of really good matchup pieces for tight ends. Another thing is the Patriots' run defense is 14th, but again, that's also slightly skewed because the first few games of the season, they were kind of running this loose, like 3-4, kind of what Bill Belichick likes, but they didn't have necessarily the personnel to be able to take on 5 guys with 3 and create gaps, so they were just getting blown off the ball. Since then, they've switched. And their run defense has been much better in the eye test. I know they just gave up 100 yards to Dearness Johnson, but that was pretty much it in the run game. That was all they really gave up. Yeah. So I think the Falcons will probably have a hard time running the football. And I also think that since the Falcons are going to have a hard time running the football, I think New England's going to be more aggressive on blitz packages, especially on third down plays.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Like I just think, I'm going to watch the game with my wife. My wife, who's actually also a Patriots fan as well. So
I'll be there.
At the stadium. You'll be at the game. I'll have in-laws that are there at the game. So it's going to be fun for us, like, to watch, and I'm sure there'll be weekly or daily trash talk banter between the two of us over text. But if we're looking at it from a logistical standpoint, and we even talked about this, the spread right now as a Sunday night is 5.5 points with the over-under at 46.5. And I'd like to say that should be more. We were way off. I think everyone was way off with this past Thursday night game against Baltimore and Miami, which is almost the same setup, I would say, as this game. But to me, though, I think, I don't see how you don't bet on New England here to cover the spread. I'm thinking that you guys are going to win by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, New England beats the Falcons in every statistical category. They're on a hot streak. Their defense is playing the best it has. Their offense has been playing the best it has. And another thing too is the Falcons have only beaten one team that has an above 500 record this year,
and that's the Saints too, and that was with their third string quarterback. So.
Yeah, and that's also a division rivalry that you guys go way back with. So it's really like, and I feel bad saying this as a Patriots fan because I really don't want to be like, oh, the Patriots are going to whip their ass, but like,
that's okay.
I really think New England is going to come in here on a short week, and I think they're just going to be more physical. I think they're going to win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and I just think that's a recipe for disaster for the Falcons.
That's okay. The Braves won the World Series, so you guys can have this one. That's fine. So it's all good, honestly.
Yeah, but like I that is just really how I feel about it. Like looking at it from an analytical standpoint and kind of what New England has done and just did to the third ranked rushing defense and the number one rushing offense number one rushing offense. I really think the Falcons are going to struggle in this one, and I could be totally wrong. And I can see the Falcons defense giving Mac Jones some fits. AJ Terrell is very good. Deion Jones and Foye Oluokun are very, very good coverage linebackers, and that's something that I don't think Mac Jones has really faced yet. So it's definitely an interesting matchup. I'm excited to look for it. But what is your final prediction?
I'd like to just make it competitive, if I'm being honest. But I'm trying to think what would be a realistic score. So as I said, you guys have scored 24 points over the past 6 games. I don't see why you wouldn't. I would say break that again. I don't think the Atlanta offense is going to be able to provide too much. I'm looking at probably something like 30 to 14, 30 to 13, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to give the Falcons a little more credit. I was going to say 31 to 20.
No, thank you.
But I think in that range, I expect this game to actually probably go by relatively quickly. I think New England is going to run the ball a lot, do play action passes, and
Yeah.
just kind of keep that efficient offense that they've been running with. Um, And I think the Falcons will try that in the beginning, but I think they will eventually get behind and they'll have to start trying to throw the ball, which I think will then lead to sacks or turnovers or things like that.
Or
So,
both.
well, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But no, I think it'll be a fun game to watch. Definitely a family game, a family involved game.
Yeah,
But
no, it'll be very
yeah.
fun to watch. It'll be neat. It'll be prime time. We had this one marked on the calendar, I think, from when the schedule came out, like March.
Yeah.
So this will be be a fun one. This will definitely be a fun one.
Yeah, I'm excited, but I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Tracy Take. We went a little bit over our recommended time limit, but that's okay. Leave a comment down below on who you think is going to win this game, and make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so we can send you guys a message every time we post a video, and we will talk to you guys next time.